All right, let's sink our teeth into one of the most famous health sayings of all time. We've all heard it, we've all probably said it, but is there actually any truth to it? Let's find out.
Yep, you know this one. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It feels like this piece of wisdom is as old as time, right? It's been passed down so many times that it's practically become a fact of life. But here's the thing. What happens when you take this piece of folk wisdom and put it under a scientific microscope? Does the data actually back it up, or is it just a really crunchy myth? So, before we get to the science, let's go back in time. Where did this catchy little phrase even come from in the first place?
Well, it turns out the original saying from way back in 19th century Wales was a bit of a mouthful. It went, "Eat an apple on going to bed, and you'll keep the doctor from earning his bread." Kind of clunky, right? So, over the next few decades, it got a marketing makeover into the short, sweet version we all know. And for a century, pretty much nobody questioned it. Until, of course, modern science decided to step in.
Okay, so here we go. This is where the old school anecdote meets cold, hard data. How did this famous saying actually hold up when scientists put it to a real test?
In 2015, researchers decided to find a definitive answer. They dove into this huge pile of data from a major US health survey, and their goal was super simple. They compared the people who ate an apple every day to the people who didn't, and then they looked at their health records to see if the proverb was, literally true.
And the results? Well, they were fascinating. When it came to the big claim, keeping the doctor away, there was no real difference. Apple eaters and non-apple eaters went to the doctor pretty much the same amount. But, and this is a big but, there was a little twist. The apple eaters were actually a bit less likely to need prescription drugs. And here's the real kicker. Once the scientists accounted for other things, like a person's income, their education, just their overall healthy habits, that small link to fewer doctor visits completely disappeared. So what does that mean? It means it wasn't the apple itself that was some kind of magic bullet. It was just that, well, people who already live healthier lives are just more likely to eat apples in the first place. So yeah, on a literal level, the proverb? Busted. But wait, that is not the end of the story, not by a long shot. Because while an apple might not literally stop you from seeing a doctor, it is packed with some absolutely incredible science-backed benefits. Let's just forget the proverb for a second and just talk about the apple itself. I mean, this thing is a nutritional powerhouse. It's amazing for your heart thanks to compounds called flavonoids and its soluble fiber. It's got vitamin C to support your immune system, antioxidants to fight inflammation, and this is a really big one, it's fantastic for your gut, all because of a special kind of fiber called pectin. So what on earth is pectin? Well, think of it as superfood for all the good bacteria living inside you. It's a type of fiber that your own body can't actually digest. So instead, it travels all the way down to your colon, where it becomes the perfect meal for your gut microbiome. It's what we call a prebiotic. And the process is actually pretty amazing. So you eat an apple, that pectin makes the long journey down to your colon completely untouched. Then your gut bacteria have an absolute feast fermenting it. And this whole process creates these incredible little compounds called short-chain fatty acids. And these things are superstars. They feed the cells of your colon and they help keep your gut lining strong and healthy, which is so important for your overall health. All right, so now that we know how awesome the whole apple is, that leads to a really important question I hear all the time. Can you get these same benefits if you, say, drink your apple? So, what do you think? Is chugging a glass of apple juice the same as crunching into a whole, fresh apple? Well, the answer might not be what you think. Oh, wow! The difference here is just night and day. Let's walk through this. First up, fiber, that amazing pectin we just talked about. A whole apple with the skin is loaded with it. In your average apple juice, it's pretty much zero. Gone. Next, polyphenols, those powerful antioxidants. Again, tons in the whole fruit, but way, way lower in the juice. And because there's no fiber, your body absorbs the sugar from juice way faster, which isn't great. And get this, while whole apples can help lower bad cholesterol, some studies suggest that clarified juice might actually increase it. So yeah, the verdict is in, and it's a total landslide. To get all those incredible benefits we've been talking about, the gut-loving pectin, the antioxidants, the slow-release energy, you have got to eat the whole fruit. The juice just can't compete. Okay, so where does all of this leave us? We've kind of busted the literal meaning of the proverb, but we've also uncovered just how powerful an apple really is. It's time to put it all together. Because here's the real takeaway. There's no such thing as a magic food that can solve all our problems. An apple is a fantastic, incredibly healthy choice. But real, lasting health comes from a balanced diet, one that's full of all kinds of different fruits and vegetables. The apple isn't the whole story. It's just one brilliant chapter.
So maybe it's time to give that old saying a little update. Maybe it's not an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Maybe it's more like an apple a day is a fantastic start. It's not a guarantee, but it is a symbol of a simple, delicious, and powerful choice you can make every single day on your path to a healthier you. So what's one simple step you're taking today?